Las Vegas Raiders versus New England Patriots instant reaction video. I'm a little bit surprised in the mechanics of the game. I'm not surprised in the turnout. Once I saw Ruggs was inactive and the offensive line issues, that sucks. But the Raiders are actually used to it. They had a lot of injuries on their offensive line last year, but. Once I saw Ruggs was out, once you get that over the top component off of your offense, it makes you a little bit, limited offensively, right? So then New England doesn't have to respect the deep ball, so they can crash up a little bit higher on Darren Waller. You knew it was going to be a tough game for Waller because New England tries to match up with them. I thought it would be interesting to see if Waller could have himself a game like he did against the New Orleans Saints. Didn't really pan out this game. The Raiders, let me just kind of pull up the stats here. I thought that the Raiders would have some success running the ball. You see Jacobs, 16 carries, 71 yards, 4.4 yards per carry. Honestly, that's about what I expect, at least the yards per carry, that's what I expected. But what ended up happening this week, and I thought it would happen last week, but the Raiders proved me wrong. What happened this week is New England was taking control of the game. There were some things going on there. And I look in the receiving for the receivers here, 9 targets for six receptions, 84 yards and a touchdown for Renfro. Good for him, but Renfro's not going to win you a game. You got Nelson Aguilar, 3 targets, Bryan Edwards, 3 targets, Zay Jones, 3 targets, Foster Moreau gets into the end zone, but that's kind of what he does. He comes in to catch touchdown passes. Josh Jacobs, 3 receptions, 12 yards. Basically, Raiders are doing fine spreading the ball out, but I say this not only about the Raiders, but a lot of teams. When you don't have the over-the-top component, it helps the defense basically settle in. And what the Rams want to do is they want to play ball control. They want to work the short middle of the field. And when the opposition, especially a team as well coached and as intelligent as New England, can crash up on those routes, it really limits you. And so although the run game was there and it was efficient for the Raiders, and I had no doubt that it would be, when New England kind of took charge later in the fourth quarter, it neutralizes Jacobs. The Raiders want to be tied or up by a score with about 6 minutes left in the game so they can just feed the ball to Jacobs and run out the clock. And when that isn't the case, not that they can't do that against other teams, but when you're playing a team as good as the Patriots, that's tough to do. I mean, it's tough to do. So Carr had to kind of put the team on his shoulders. I don't think he played poorly. I think I was a little bit more rough on him earlier in the week. Carr's numbers, 24-32, so that's still 75%, right? 3 out of 4 passing, basically, if you neutralize that down. 75%, which is what he does, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Clean stat sheet. There's nothing wrong with that other than the Patriots put up 36 points and the Raiders at some point had to go more one-dimensional. They play ball control, and I've seen the Patriots allow the underneath stuff to Peyton Manning for a decade during those old Colts versus Patriots games. The Patriots are comfortable giving up those completions. And with Ruggs not there and with Carr not pushing the ball downfield, not surprised at all how this turned out. I did take in the videos the Rams plus 6.5 in this game, but when Ruggs was out, I mean, it's just like all bets are off, right? The New England Patriots, meanwhile, I thought the Raiders defense did a fantastic job on Cam Newton, especially early in the game. They were sitting on those seam routes, which is what Cam wanted to throw. They were frustrating him early. Cam was making poor decisions. I was like, okay, the Raiders have some juice here. I think they did actually a very nice game. But what ends up happening is the Patriots notice this and they make adjustments. We were getting bad Cam, in my opinion, this game. He went 17 of 28, 162 yards and a touchdown. That's bad Cam. That's Hyde, right? It's not Jekyll, it's Hyde. Or maybe it's the other one. I don't know. Whatever the bad one of those is. Cam Newton didn't play well, but New England adjusted. They're very well coached. They're a smart organization, and they went power. Sony Michel, 9 carries, 117 yards. And Raiders know this. If you can run power, it works both ways. If you're giving up rushing yards, early in the game and they're having success, those turn into chunk rushing yardage. Sony Michel looked really good. Rex Burkhead, 2 touchdowns, 6 carries, 49 yards. J.J. Taylor, 11 carries, 43 yards. I mean, look at that. That's 26 carries, plus Cam added another 9 for 27 yards. New England tired, Las Vegas out. They made the Raiders, basically they beat them at their own game. They ran power, they tired the Raiders out, and they ran away with it at the end of the game. The Raiders weren't able to put up enough points. New England's defense got off the field enough times, and that was that. It's really as simple as that. Burkhead, by the way, adds a receiving touchdown too. 3 touchdowns for Burkhead. For those of you who had him in daily fantasy, congratulations. He certainly paid off. That's what we call a daily fantasy sleeper. So Raiders, look, 2-1. Patriots 2-1, two very good teams, two teams that I think are playoff teams. This Raiders team, man, they're just too many injuries. You got to deal with it, though. It happens to every team, but they'll be back. They'll be strong. New England, they're for real. They're a real contender. Very interesting for them as well. I believe they're now 2-1, and the Bills are now 2-1 as well. Oh no, wait, did the Bills end up coming back there? Sorry, I'm recording this in real time. I know it came. Oh yeah, the Bills did at the end of that game. So I'm going to be doing a reaction to that one as well. So yeah, great job for the Patriots. Raiders, I'm not concerned. You know, if those receivers were healthy, if they had the full boat, I think it would have been a closer game, would have been more compelling. But you know, Patriots take care of business. Raiders will be back. Thanks everyone. Check us out again.